Is the Junction right now? So no Madikizela, you know,
we would love Eddie as cousin working about
okay.
it, but he's part of he's part of this university, and also he's a student, engineering student of the school. So it's quite amazing that you're engineering, but you're also in politics. So welcome, Eddie, to the show.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you for the opportunity for being here. I'm glad, it's a privilege.
So Eddie, we just had Usbulele Jande and Sake. So we're talking about Sibongile Mani, right? We all know what has been happening throughout the past few weeks. We're talking about the whole 14.1 million saga. So we want to hear when Nakautinga. She's being crucified, obviously, because there are charges that are being charged against her. So what do you think is the whole situation in terms of is it okay? And also, if you were Usbongile Mani, what would you have done with the money?
Let me take the first question, and I'll try being brief as much as I can. The one of saying, is it okay what's currently happening? What's currently happening is okay and is not yet okay. Mm-hmm. Because it's in two forms, this thing. She's two people in the institution that you need to consider. Firstly, she is a student. Before she's anything, she arrived a student who knows nothing about anything in politics or whatsoever. She came to just study and live and go home with her degree. And then secondly, she became a leader in the institution. So now she became two people, a student and a leader. Then before you crucify her, you need to crucify her in two forms then, in an internal manner and in an external manner. Now, as a student leader, that's there for PASMA, a Pan-Africanist, a person who knows the struggle of the poor and the working class. You need to crucify her for having had 14 million and then mislaunders the 14 million, and then she used it the way that she used it. That, in its own sense, needs a bigger crucifixion, but that type of crucifixion should be an internal form of crucifixion. An internal form of crucifixion is the one that you destroy her political image within the institution, and you make sure she never sees the light of being a student leader again. She never gets to lead anyone again because she has proven that she is incapacitated and incapable of being a leader. And then in the external form of crucifixion, she's a student. So if she's a student, she's generally a student around us all as students. So make sure you protect her image. Make sure you protect her as a human being and ensure that she's a better person. And in South Africa, we're using a Dutch form of judicial system. In Dutch, in Netherlands, they recently closed 67% of their prisons because there was no crime in Dutch. So it means that it's a rehabilitation form of system that we have. So rehabilitate the child, don't destroy the child, build her.
Okay, when I get Timos, a political analyst, ne? Into endifuna uyazi ke make kukhona isasco apha kukhona iPASMA ne. Both parties enye ithi bangano isolate kule nto yenziwe nguSibongile Mani, which is iPASMA, and ndifuna ukwazi wena ke ngoku between the parties ikhona le ithi bangabona uyenzile lento, and siyayazi siya kwi-elections ngoku. Ndifuna ukwazi bangabona, what do you think lento bayenzayo iPASMA as in isolating itself kuSibongile, who is iPASMA naye, and also inantsika isasco using this to win elections?
Generally, I would say it's wrong for any leader, irrespective of their organization, to say that they are isolating themselves from a student whom they lead in the institution. If a student is in a crisis, protect her, bring her close, make sure you comfort her and ensure that you bring the best out of the situation, and the best is ensuring the student is safe. So for anyone to use this as a campaigning methodology, it's going to be a problem because they will be destroying a child. For someone to say they're isolating themselves from the scenario, it's also yet again a problem. They should both consolidate in saying we're putting our differences aside and protecting Usbongile against any form of crucifixion that you will meet from the university or from the South Africa in general.
But I would love to ask, in terms of EWSU as the university, do you think, are they giving her enough protection? Because in terms of the press conference that the PASMA that we now, it was firstly hosted outside the venue, which is a problem. For me, I find it a problem, but why would they host it outside a venue? Because it means that the university was not involved. And secondly, don't you think that people inside the institution are actually involved in this money laundering saga? Because I'm sure nabo abahlamba bayiqaphelanga, or I don't know.
Okay, this is what I'll just say. I don't want to comment fully on them not having a venue, because it could have been a logistical problem that they encountered. But with you saying, is the school not protecting her enough? My question is the school even trying to protect her in any sense? Have you heard Yonela Tukwayo saying anything that's going to protect the child? Not to date. I didn't hear of anything. So the school is not even trying to protect her. The school is protecting itself from anything. And the mistake that they're doing is they are not protecting the primary stakeholder of the institution, which is the student. And so generally, there is no one who's protecting this child at the current moment, and she needs the institution and everyone else to protect her. And if the school was involved in this thing of the money being misplaced or mispositioned, definitely the school was involved, definitely NSFAS was involved, definitely Intel was involved, and they are the ones that you should be crucifying, all three, in any form that they did this, because they are the ones that were in this scenario. They are the reason behind the whole of this saga that we're having today. And if it was a mistake, how do you get a 14 million mistake? It's impossible. It's impossible. I find it a problem when I lose 100 rands. They find it a problem when you lose 10,000 rands. And then you lose 14 million and still say it's a mistake? Nope, can't be.
It really can't be, because last week we had, like I said before, Besi Tete no Miss Yonela Tukwai, and she said that imali ipancho manually. So as much as it's being punched manually, how does institution, also in terms of the auditors and people bang notice ba imali engaka ayikho?
Okay, can I just tell you a secret that you need to think of? It's something that I'm thinking of currently. In fact, it's not even a secret. It's something that I'm currently anticipating. Don't you think possibly the money was injected into a ghost account that they thought did not exist at NSFAS or Intelli, knowing that at the end of the year, the ghost account won't eat the money, they won't have used the money, and then at the end of the year, they collect each and every money that's within the ghost accounts? It's possible that Sibongile was known to be a ghost account and not a live account. So that's what's happening. If they're punching the money manually, Sibongile was meant to have 14 million at the beginning of the year. She was meant to have 14 million, continually having 14 million. In fact, if it is punched manually, it should have said exceeded amount, but it did not say exceed amount. So it simply says there's something behind the whole story that we are not being told about.
Wow, this is the junction, guys. This is where this is just is it fresh, is it rice, is it ready, is it relevant? So we are actually going to be towards the closing of our show. Thank you very much, AD Madikizela, for coming. We really had an amazing. This is you know,
when Josh, what do you think?
Wow, this for me, well, she did a mistake because well, not a mistake. Okay, wow, I don't know. I'm gonna go to mistake, no? Because I believe each and every other student would have done the same, because sonke siyahlupheka ngendlela, because imali as a student imali into yakho. It's like wawungena iwallet wrong, surely I always wuza, yabo. So and also in the whole thing ba afumane le mali engaka, I don't think ingyanla ezedebetshila bingayikuye la mali,
and ibingeyo mistake,
but it's just the way that she probably spent it. That's why abanye abantu benomsindo, because people are like Tina Sialamba, but when now when the A, B, and C, which is hosting parties and having expensive gadgets. But I believe we've all learned into Sibongile, and we're gonna, I don't know. What do you think?
Now it's time esi story sikaSibongile sikhe sisiyeke simxoleleni uyenzile mistake uyithile imali, and she's going to pay for it. Ubanga kuthiwa uIntel umbambisile mfowethu ukuba
she should not pay.
So what I'm saying, Toba, uSibongile makaxolelwe ngumntana unayive.
No, she's 27 though. But
what's a mistake? She's still a student. What's a mistake?
Okay.
Ebingenzwa ngubani na, guys? I think ngoku lento yofuna simbethe imistake azibeke phaya ehlangwini zakhe ungenelwe i14 million buza kwenza ntoni wena? Sibuze lo mbuzo.
All right, thank you very much for coming through to all our guests, and that's it for today, The Junction. My name is Nomusko Bandula, and
I am Janice Kwa. This is uchaza ingoma.
That's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning through, and also for Eddie for Rosa. We really had amazing time.
Genesis kwa?
Hey. I hope you will be listening to